What if the first human's biggest problem wasn't sin, it was loneliness? Genesis 2 zooms in and shows us something shocking. Dust meeting divine breath, a garden with one forbidden tree, and a parade of animals that all failed the test. This story ends with the most beautiful words ever spoken between two people. But it starts with a man waking up completely alone. Before there were plants, before rain fell, God formed a man from the dust of the ground. But here's the moment that changes everything. God breathes into him, the breath of life. This isn't just biology, it's fusion. Part earth, part heaven. Humanity is caught between two worlds from the very beginning. But if this is the crowning achievement of creation, why does he wake up alone? God plants a garden, not wild chaos. This is curated beauty. Eden, in the east. And the text gets specific. 4 rivers, Pishon, Gihon, Tigris, Euphrates. Lands with gold and precious stones. This isn't mythology, it's grounded geography. And at the center, 2 trees, one gives life, the other, knowledge of good and evil. Why put that tree there at all? Here's what most people miss. The man isn't placed in paradise to relax. He's given a mission. Work the garden. Take care of it. Stewardship is built into human design from day one. Work isn't the result of sin. It's part of the original blessing. But with great freedom comes one very specific boundary. God says, eat freely from any tree. Abundance is the default. Permission everywhere, except one. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil, off limits. The warning is direct. You will surely die. One rule, total clarity. But here's the tension. Why give freedom if there's a line you can't cross? And what happens next will test that freedom immediately. Up until now, everything has been good. But suddenly, God declares something is not good. It is not good for the man to be alone. Wait, wasn't humanity the pinnacle of creation? Apparently, even perfection has a flaw. Isolation. The man needs a partner. But who? The search begins. God forms animals and birds from the ground and brings them to the man. One by one, he names them: lion, eagle, wolf. This shows his authority, his intelligence. But as the parade ends, the conclusion is heartbreaking. No suitable helper was found. Companions? Yes. Equals? No. So if animals can't fill this void, what will? God puts the man into a deep sleep. Then the first surgery. A rib is taken, and from it a woman is formed. Not from dust this time, from him. When he wakes up, he doesn't just observe. He erupts into poetry. At last, bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. This is recognition. This is joy. This is finally someone like me. The loneliness is over. The narrator steps back and explains the why. This is why a man leaves his parents and becomes one with his wife. 2 become one flesh, and the final image? They were both naked and felt no shame. Total vulnerability, zero fear, no masks, no walls. This is the original design, intimacy without anxiety. But we all know, this won't last. All right, we've walked through dust and breath, loneliness and poetry, freedom and boundaries. Before you go, sit with these 2 questions. First, you were made for connection, not isolation. Who in your life needs you to show up, not as a fix, but as a presence? Second, the garden had one boundary. What boundaries in your life are you ignoring, and what might that cost you? 2 questions. Take a breath. Let them settle.